Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Lost Judgment. So yes, we'll continue the main story again today.
All that said, I think we better take the day off. Can't go running around while our boys are hurting.
Yes. Let's rest first. Let's see what we're gonna do today.
The agony. I was in a cold sweat all of yesterday. This rate, I'll be forced to type one-handed. If you do the math, my pinky is worth more than an average person's whole hand. We're talking about at least a 30% drop in efficiency.
It's been a while since I got it this bad. I might even throw up.
So, leaving Kamurocho made you rusty, huh?
Really, with that? If I could wish the pain away, I would, man.
Hey, if you've got the energy to complain, you'll be just fine.
I'm gonna make this up to you guys. I promise.
Well, if you want to do that, we'll need to figure out who and where they are. There's a high possibility this group is directly behind Mikoshiba's murder. And of course, that would mean they know Ehara as well. How about swapping more info with the Kanagawa police?
Let's save that for when we really need it. We're not the authorities here, so we need to play our cards close to our chest.
I think that's a wise decision.
Saori-san's on top of getting things set up with Ehara, right? In that case, I'll head back to Kamurocho. Take your time prepping. We can always regroup up there.
Okay, we're gonna head to Kamurocho. Do we have anything new? Ooh, a corporate spy. Okay. Kazuto Jumonji. I guess he's some kind of author. Dang, Yagamishi. You really made a name for yourself if you're getting a request from Kazuto Jumonji. Oh, you know him? Of course. Kazuto Jumonji is the hottest author around. He took the world by storm 2 years ago, ended up one of the best-selling authors of our time. His first book was this mystery story with a Yakuza protagonist, and later it was adapted into a movie. It's a big hit series now. He's also known for being really productive, publishing 2 to 3 new books a month, and nobody can write that
What
fast.
does that mean?
That's kind of unbelievably fast, isn't it? Yeah, it almost seems impossible, and he writes in so many different genres. Like, his debut was a hard-boiled mystery, but then the next one was a science fiction high school drama. And lately he's been branching out to moe light novels. Moe light novels and original manga scripts. He's so versatile. Pretty impressive, and this is the guy who sent me a request. Maybe he felt a connection because I've worked on cases for editors and authors in Kamurocho before. And who knows, Yagamishi, you might just get a peek into the true mystery of Kazuto Jumonji. What do you mean? He's a masked author. Nobody knows his true identity. Okay, a masked author, you say? Oh yes, and he is serious about that mask. He's never shown his face to the media. Apparently, even at his publisher's house, only his editor knows who he is. But lots of people think he's actually an established big-name author, in part because he definitely doesn't write like a rookie. An established author, eh? But that's just one theory. There's so many theories about his identity. You can't read them online, or you can read them online. That is intriguing. I'm really looking forward to meeting this masked author now. What if he actually wears a literal mask?
Yagamishi.
Don't forget to tell me if you find out who he really is, Yagamishi.
Nope.
I don't think I'll be doing that. Confidentiality, you know.
Well,
That's a bummer. So his office is in Kamurocho. Not very fitting for a trendy author. Well, remember his hit series is set in Kamurocho with a Yakuza as a hero. Maybe he's just making it easy to do his research. The realism of his stories is another reason why they're popular. I see. Then I wonder if we already walked past each other. I'm going to see Decline now. That is very interesting. I guess, or maybe he's a character that we saw on Judgment, right? Maybe. We will have to see. But I guess I don't think we can do it right now because we have some story stuff. Yeah, and Kaito is with us, so we can't do that.
What's up, Kaito-san?
Maybe
Something
later.
wrong?
Call me crazy, but doesn't the city seem noisier to you?
What the hell? Kaito senses tingling or something?
Maybe they are. Well, no point trying to explain shit that doesn't make sense.
Anyway, I need to go talk to Saori-san before the interview.
Okay, we need to go to Saori. Look, there are a lot of blockers, so you can't really do anything. A lot of gang members.
Hold on a minute, Todd.
What?
I'm noticing a lot more punks scurrying around than normal. Something's up.
Really? Huh. Maybe so.
Hey, don't I know you two? You're detectives around here, ain't you?
Yeah, so what?
You ever seen this guy before? A few years ago, he was the manager at some girls' bar nearby.
Haven't seen this guy around, or maybe I have and just forgot.
You really need all these meatheads just to find one dude? Must be one slippery eel.
Damn right he is. Now, do you know him or not?
I'm thinking. Out of curiosity, what's a guy doing running a girls' bar?
I don't think he actually ran the floor or anything. All I care about is him up and vanishing out of nowhere.
So he's a missing person? Since when?
5 years ago.
I mean, disappearing from Kamurocho isn't that uncommon. 5 years? What do you really expect to find?
Your guy have a name? And who gave the order to find him?
You trying to be cute? We're the ones asking the questions here. Don't fuck with us.
Who's fucking with who, asshole? You want to ask questions? You're gonna have to ask nice.
Nice or not, information has a price. It's our bread and butter, so we don't give handouts.
How about I butter your brains on the sidewalk?
Straight to throwing punches, huh? Even the Yakuza treated people better than that.
Fuck off!
Okay, we'll beat this guy's up now.
Let's play it by ear.
Dude, that hurt. GG.
Hey, what's up? That all you guys got? Kamurocho used to be tough. Look at these punks.
Ooh. Big guy.
Huh?
He looks dangerous.
It's Akutsu. First name Daimyo.
Akutsu.
Former Tojo clan guy, ex-Yakuza.
He's huge. What?
Ex-Yakuza? Well,
If you say so.
Yagami Detective Agency. Maybe I ought to just hire you guys for this. We're looking for a guy. You heard, didn't you?
Daimu Akutsu.
This guy you're after, he was some kind of girls' bar manager here in town? I take it this manhunt is your idea?
Nah, Soma's taking point on this one. Came from one of his connections. There's gonna be a big pile of cash in it for whoever finds him. Practically all of Kamurocho's in on this race.
And Soma is?
He's the one in charge of the RK gang. Of course, he's former Tojo clan too. First name Kazuki.
That's crazy. Did the whole Tojo clan join this thing?
Kaito would know all about all the bullshit rules it takes to keep the Yakuza running. They'll take their cut from you and call it the honorable thing to do in the same damn breath. Right, Kaito? In this new age, wouldn't you be better off joining us?
You guys are too small time to pull that shit on me.
You know what else, though? In the Yakuza, if your boys went down, it was on you to get revenge for them. I don't give two shits about that these days. I would say, if there's someone disrespecting you, you might as well go get the jump on them. I would walk right up and stick them in the gut. You wouldn't even see it coming, detective. Yeah? So don't go disrespecting me. There won't be a warning next time.
Okay. Akutsu, you said? Did he get very far in the Tojo clan?
Nah. He may have had the potential, but he never got to make anything of it. The whole thing came crashing down before he got his time in the sun. Soma's the same way, actually. They both tried to climb up the Yakuza ranks, but then the families disbanded. And by the time that happened, all the pawns were cleared off the board. So, now they're ex-Yakuza in the wind. And along comes this gang without all the rules and systems they were dealing with. You end up with RK, a network of thugs.
RK? What does the acronym stand for?
Kane.
Who the hell knows? After the Yakuza, I guess they wanted to sound more Western.
If they think they can replace the Tojo clan, those are pretty big shoes to fill.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say they've been discriminating. Civilian punks who want quick cash are easy recruits. RK's happy to scoop them up. Next thing you know, you've got an asshole army.
That's unfortunate, but speaking of the Tojo clan, have you talked to Higashi lately?
Yeah. As far as ex-Tojo clan guys go, he's one of the good ones.
I mean, of course, he's one of the good
in
guys.
charge of that arcade, and now that they're gone, he's basically the owner. I heard he even gave some of the younger family guys jobs. If you get a chance, you ought to show up there every once in a while.
Nah, Higashi. I am the last person in the world that guy wants to see.
Dude, we were teaming up in the end of Judgment. Come on now. We were having fun. Remember? We were in the ADDC and fighting, all of us. Why would Higashi hate you? But hopefully we see Higashi soon. We haven't seen him yet. Gendalo. Hope we unlock more side cases here in Kamurocho. I actually want to do more side cases here. Yokohama is very big. Hoshino.
Oh, Saori-san. Yagami-san made it.
Sorry for the wait. I ran into some typical nonsense. We good to go?
I've been good to go for a while. Ehara is waiting, and so are the answers. First thing we'll want to try to get is how involved he was in Mikoshiba's murder.
From the way it's been so far, I doubt he'll be eager to tell you.
If he won't open up, we'll have to play the trump card. Yagami-san. Ehara won't know what hit him.
I don't mind being the ace in the hole.
Are you and your ego ready then, Yagami-san?
Well, this ain't my department. Fill me in back at the office, okay? I might even tidy the place up a bit if you're lucky. Lots of open bottles to polish off.
Okay, can we taxi here? Tokyo Detention Center.
Oh, I thought you'd lost already. So, what more could my lawyers want from me here?
Well, normally I would say the same. However, a corpse turned up as you said it would. It turns out you have a penchant for prophecy, Ehara-san.
Prophecy, huh? Kinda dramatic.
Akihiro Ehara.
No Hoshino today? Did you fire the poor guy?
Yagami's my name, sir. In a past life, I used to work with Genda and Saori-san. But today, I'm at Serio High School in a contract advisory role for one of their clubs.
Serio High School?
It's the same school Toshiro-kun went to 4 years ago. You'd know it. I happened to be out there working a separate case. But that was when Shirosake-sensei called, so that's why I'm here.
Well, well. Okay. Why are you here then?
That'd be obvious at this point, I'd think. As you know, Mikoshiba turned up as you said. His body was found in a warehouse. The question is, why did you know that well enough to proclaim it in court?
You might say it was a miracle. I wished hard enough for it to come true, and suddenly it did.
Care to tell us why you'd wish for a miracle like that?
Do you really need me to explain why?
Mikoshiba. You blame him for Toshiro-kun's death, don't you?
I do.
Even though when you took the school to court, no evidence turned up. A third-party investigation found no bullying occurred, didn't it?
At school, Mikoshiba tortured my son. He would beat him up, and then he'd demand all his money. That damn kid was a star student with high grades. My son's own class wouldn't stand up to him. To avoid being beaten, Toshiro used to. He'd steal money from me or his mother to make sure he could pay Mikoshiba off.
Ehara-san, you seem to know a lot about what happened to your son. Do you have any proof?
Would I have lost if I did? That school can rot in hell for all I care. Speaking of, you know what I'm convicted for. It was being a pervert. I admit to everything. I groped a businesswoman's ass in plain sight on a full train. There's no way I'm fighting for an appeal. So as for my defense, I'm in no need of lawyers anymore.
Ehara-san, just a second.
Why would I give you that?
Yagami-san?
Hiro Mikoshiba died in a lot of pain. His final moments were truly horrific. The last thing he felt must have been fear. After slitting his throat, his body was left to rot.
Doesn't that sound great?
I mean, yeah, for him, yes. My gut tells me Ehara's guilty for sure. There's no doubt he's connected to Mikoshiba's murder. I need to hold his attention and convince him to stay. I gotta make him understand I have more info than the police do. Okay, are we gonna show him... I guess the picture, right? Oh, this one, yeah.
Take a look at this.
Oh, Mikoshiba. Looks like he's seen better days. Where'd you get the photo?
From a teacher at Serio High. But where she got it is the interesting part. A strange woman gave it to her, said to stay away from the Mikoshiba case. You remember Sawa-sensei, yes? She transferred to Serio 4 years ago, not long before your son passed away.
Yeah, not a face I'd soon forget. She told the whole court he was never bullied.
True. She did say that.
And it's not just her I detest. The administrators, the lawyers. It felt like choking the life right out of them. But if anyone needed to pay, it was Mikoshiba. He got what he deserved. It's nothing short of insane that they were just gonna let him get a teaching credential. It all comes back to a flawed and broken system of laws that has no business calling itself justice.
And it was you, wasn't it? You orchestrated every aspect of how Mikoshiba would die. But you didn't act alone. Who were the people behind it? How'd you convince them to kill a man?
That's a good one. You, my friend, are way off.
Okay, I am way off. What does that mean?
The way that interview went, Ehara's definitely guilty. But if we can't connect him to the murderers, we're left with no leads to follow.
Yeah. Kept that secret on lockdown, no matter what I asked. What could possibly link Ehara to those men? Damn it. And I was so close, too. To think they're still somewhere in Ijincho. I need to find them before the trail goes cold.
So you're heading back to Yokohama?
Not tonight. Kaito's waiting for me in the office. I'll be in town for now.
Okay. If anything changes, I'll contact one of you.
Bye-bye, Saori. Okay, let's go here. So I think Ehara, I mean, he's definitely guilty, but how? How, right? How? And he's pushing for this one, the groping one, because I think it's a lower sentence, right? Rather than being involved with a murder. Dude, he threw his ally. Dude, this guy threw his ally. What the hell? Okay, let me finish this up.
And stay down.
I mean, if you can get jail time, right, with those groping things. I mean, that's much better, rather than going to jail for murder, right? But the thing is, how is he involved there? Because on the CCTV that we got, right, he was in the train, so we're gonna have to investigate more. He said we are way off, right? So there's more to it. And he has a lot of allies. Okay, this is Kazuto Jumonji's office, so maybe it's him. Might you be Yagami-san?
Yep.
Yes. Takayuki Yagami, and you must be... Hey, please, just call me Okazaki while we're out here. You never know who might be listening. Very true. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Aruto Okazaki, that's my real name. In fact, so this is the face of the mask rider? He's younger than I thought. Well then, Yagami-san, before we enter my workspace, I want you to promise me something. That you won't tell anyone what you're about to see. Okay, what I'm about to see. Very well, my lips are sealed. This way, please. What? What is this? This is the true identity of Kazuto Jumonji. Oh, it's multiple people.
Huh?
I'm not sure I understand. All the works of Kazuto Jumonji are written by the 10 of us here, including myself. In other words, Kazuto Jumonji isn't one person, he's a group of authors.
Huh?
A whole group? Really? The chaos of the mask rider. So that's how you write books in so many different genres at such an impossible pace. Yup, it's all due to the efficiency of 10 talented authors of different personalities, all writing at the same time.
I see.
Pretty neat trick. Oh, so this is the detective. A Kamurocho detective at that. I bet he has a lot of good stories. Curious. Please, have a seat, Yagami-san. Allow me to explain a request for you. Okay, this is a real surprise. So many people are all writing as one person. Yeah, I don't know of other groups like us, that's for sure. But truth be told, each of one of us is a failed author. I mean, we all had a publishing debut, but never any success beyond that. Each of us nearly gave up our pens for good.
Huh.
So how did you come to work together then? How else? Through social media. I launched an online community and ended up attracting a bunch of failed authors. And through our exchanges, we came with the idea of joint authorship. So we tried it and it worked.
I see.
That's interesting. And I hear your first effort was a smash hit. Oh yes, it was a masterpiece that none of us could have written on our own. It exists only because 10 of us worked on it together. Some of us come with a clever twist, some of us are good at dialogue, and some of us are awesome at building plot. Where each of us may be lacking in one area, together we can be a great author.
Either way.
Still, it doesn't seem possible for 10 people to write a coherent book. Hollywood movie scripts are often written by multiple people. It just depends on how you divvy it up. I mean, true. What's more, by managing the workload of each member, we can even work on multiple titles simultaneously. So as long as you do it right, this unique creative process ends up pretty productive. Exactly. I thought that a writer could do what we're doing. And I'm in charge of managing the members' schedules, which is something I'm great at. I used to be an editor, you know. A former editor, huh? Well then, time to ask some questions. Okay, stolen ideas. I heard that some of your ideas were plagiarized, so what can you tell me about that? Okay, so it was about half a year ago. We were in the midst of polishing a manuscript we had just finished. A new mystery novel came out and immediately became a hot topic because of this one trick which was depicted in the story. And thing was, it was nearly identical to the manuscript we were polishing.
In other words.
So another author beat you to the punch. Yes, and when we published ours later, we were accused of plagiarism.
Does that mean?
Any chance it was a coincidence? That the contents just happened to be similar? That's pretty hard to imagine, because it wasn't just a trick I mentioned earlier. It was also the setting, the structure, even the character traits. They were almost all exactly the same. So too many similarities for it to be a mere coincidence. Not if there are dozens of them like that. You could only say it was a coincidence if there had been one thing. What the reader saw could definitely be called a coincidence.
I see.
Alright, I get it. And it wasn't just that one book that plagiarized us. The same author put out 3 more books after that in succession, all with ideas that were just like ours. Okay, I should ask about the author that's plagiarizing them.
Either way.
Could you tell me about the author you think is stealing your ideas? His name is Sugoroku Futaba. His first novel was published more than 10 years ago and it was a decent hit at the time. He even won an award in some mystery novel contest, but after that his books seemed to go nowhere. People said he was just a one-hit wonder. But then all of a sudden, the one-hit wonder came out with a new book that turns into a famous bestseller. Right? And the book was nearly identical to one of ours we had yet to release. So, one after another, Mr. Futaba continued to publish books that closely resembled what we were working on. All of them bestsellers. Now, people think he's made this miraculous comeback. I mean, if you're so suspicious of the guy plagiarizing you, why not just sue him? I did think about that, but if we took this to court, we might have to reveal the secret of Kazuto Jimunji. I mean, true though. I think it'd be hard for us to tell the truth in court while also hiding how we write, don't you? Or don't you think? Yeah, probably. You know, it could be that the author is fully aware that you're powerless to take him to court and that's why he steals from you. If that's true, it would be completely infuriating. Unforgivable. I've heard you already asked other detectives to look into this matter. Yes, there have been 3.
What does that mean?
What kind of investigations did they conduct? Oh, they looked for ways to hack us and whether a room was bugged. They tried really hard but couldn't find anything. So none of them came up with anything. Nope. And yet their ideas kept being stolen. You really gotta wonder how in the world it's being done. Okay, this could be a tough nut to crack if the perps already evaded 3 different detectives. Nothing else. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'd like to proceed with this investigation by collecting even more info. Is it alright if I interview the other authors too? Yes, please do. I already asked them to cooperate with you. Okay. Is this the entrance? Okay, this is the entrance. Couple guys there. Okay, another door.
Excuse me.
Can I ask the rest of you some questions? Oh, Mr. Detective, on the prowl. I am Mikuru Machiyama, by the way, author of many cell phone novel. You know, books originally written on the phone? Oh, interesting. I'm Takayuki Yagami, so nice to meet you. Takahara Ayuhara. I'm gonna look at it, but I used to be a screenwriter for The Deuce. I wrote episodes 5 through 7. You remember the priest joke Nobunaga tells? Well, Ayuhara-san, maybe let's save the tour of your career minute for later. I'm Makoto Nishimura, and since we're sharing, I was mostly a light novel author, so... You're to ask us something?
Yep.
I am. I want to know if any of you have seen anything suspicious. Me neither. Well, actually, there's one thing I noticed. I think Mikuru-chan changed her shampoo recently. Huh? Excuse me? Could it be that you found someone special, Mikuru-chan? Dude, that doesn't involve the case though. Please, enough with the near sexual harassment. Hey, by the way, is this a meeting space for you all? Yes, it's a nice place to get refreshed. Especially because talking to young women can be so exhausting. I wish you wouldn't talk about this space like it's some cabaret club. We happen to use this space for actual purposes like idea meetings and yes, even some random chit-chat at times. That is true, we do a lot of amazing brainstorming here.
I see.
So you all bounce ideas off each other in here. Oh yeah, Kazuto Jumonji wouldn't exist without those brainstorming sessions. We share ideas, we play to each other's strengths, and we polish everything up for each other. In fact, we were doing that right before you started asking questions, and we'll go right back to it when you're done.
By the way,
by any chance, do these brainstorm sessions take place at the same time every day? Yeah, why not? What do you ask? If details of your work are being discussed, those sessions are a chance for someone to eavesdrop. And it would be easier if you guys meet at the same time daily. I mean, you hit something there. What a deduction. One that I deduced myself. I've always thought that this place is bugged. But it can't be. Don't you remember? They never found any evidence of that. Yeah, since 3 detectives already came and didn't find anything, it probably wasn't a bug. But if these guys are having regular idea meetings, surely a plagiarist would see them as an opportunity. Dude, what the hell was that? Was it a gunshot? Not again. That was probably the damn neighborhood pranksters. Pranksters? Yeah, just a bunch of local kids lighting up firecrackers and making trouble. Probably playing cops in Yakuza. I mean, cops in Yakuza. You guys remember the last time we heard firecrackers? It was when another detective was here. The detective also thought it was a gunshot. Not surprising, a sound like that makes people think of a gang warfare. Even with the Tojo clan gone, this is still Kamurocho. Firecrackers, last heard when a previous detective was here. That's interesting. Looks like she's on the phone. I see. Can't make it, huh? Alright. Well, get some rest. Bye. Oh, hello.
It's Yagami.
Yagami's the name. I'm a detective. I'm Remy Makita. I'm in charge of love stories, mostly. Sorry you heard that. A bit embarrassing for me. No, I apologize. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I was talking to Masamichi Ichinose, one of the other members of Kazuto Jumonji. So he's not coming to work today? No, he's kind of fickle. Has a habit of feeling down, so he's absent pretty often. He likes to come in and out of the blue and surprise us, only to take off for another 2 months.
Does that mean
2 months? Does he have an actual illness? Perhaps the kind of illness that makes you play games in your room all day.
I see.
Oh, that sounds difficult to deal with. Sure is. But he's got talent. He comes up with ideas nobody else could. Fresh worldviews, mind-blowing plot devices. He's good at unpredictable twists too. If only he weren't so unstable. Sometimes he can be in a slump for half the year. Maybe that's just how geniuses are. I don't know. I wish we could have a stable genius. Anyway, I'm sort of his caretaker for some reason. But I can't criticize him. If I were to ever chide him, even a little, he'd go into a slump. What a handful. I can see why you're having a hard time. Okay, so we talked to them. These two.
Excuse me.
Shaggy-haired young man. He doesn't care. Hello? This is going to be a masterpiece. I'm a genius. Once Manabe-kun gets into the zone, he can't hear anything. Talking to him right now won't do you any good. Oh yeah? He's so skilled at fleshing out characters. He just really breathes life into them. This guy's gonna be awesome. And it'll provide a foil to the protagonist's weakness to boot. Nice. Who knew the hero had this this character? It's like finding gold in the river. He does absolutely full of life while he works. Honestly, he's a character himself. But to be unable to hear anything, that's another level of focus. I mean, other people do that though. Like whenever they're doing something, and when you talk to them, they will not notice you.
Excuse me.
I'm a detective. Name is Yagami. Can I ask you a few questions? Oh, Yagami-san. Okazaki-san told me about you. I'm Takashi Hojo. In the world of Kazuto Jumonji, I do science and military research plus security for the office. I'm Ayame Sato, Western mythology and civilization. You might say I'm the fantasy buff. You're here to look into any spy activity, aren't you? We've been taking measures against spies ourselves. Yeah? What kind of measures though? We set up a hidden camera to catch anyone who tries to sneak in. We already had a security camera, but we felt one wasn't enough. After all, we're still getting our information stolen, and with locked doors too. At this point, we figure out we just gotta outsmart the perpetrator. So there was nothing in the security footage. Nope, and no evidence of break-in either. And still, information was getting stolen. It still is so flipping weird.
By the way,
have you taken any anti-hacking measures? Of course, with so many leaks, we started keeping our writing computers offline.
I see.
Well, that sounds like a good move. Any chance of a leak coming from memory devices which gets taken outside? I doubt it. We strictly prohibit anyone from removing devices like USB memory sticks. I remind people of that all the time too. I haven't gone so far as to search their bags though. I don't feel the need to do that. At the end of the day, we trust our members. Okay, no chance. So how do they do it then? Or how does the person who does it do it? Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, now let me step back and figure out exactly what I know. Chances seem pretty damn low that any wiretaps, hacks, or accidental leaks took place, so that leaves... maybe it's Okazaki. How are things going, Yagami-san? Did you find anything? No. Nothing decisive yet. There's only one way I can think of for the book ideas to leak, and I suspect it's not because of an outsider. But what should I tell Okazaki-san? It'd be careless for me to make claims without any evidence.
By the way.
Okay, Okazaki-san, are you sure there's only one member absent today? I only see 8 people here. Oh, really? Who's missing? Sanada-kun went up the roof. Yeah, it's him, alright. Cause I don't see him. Okay, so he went up to the roof. That's fine. I'll talk to him later. Okay, Sanada-kun. We need to go to Sanada-kun on the roof. So maybe it's definitely one of them because... dude, you got like 10 people, right? 10 people, and every book you make, you're gonna split the earnings for 10 people? I don't know. You're Yagami-san, right? Yep. Yes, I'm going around asking everyone questions. Can I count on your cooperation too, Sanada-san? Questions? Of course, I'm happy to cooperate. Okay, my name is Kenichi Sanada. I'm in charge of structuring in Kazuto Jumonji. I keep saying Kazumoto. What do you mean structuring? It's like drawing of a blueprint of a story. I make adjustments to the ups and downs of the drama, and I set up the foreshadowing. I kind of understand, but not really. True. Understand, but not really. Okay, for example, changing the order of the episodes or making a character's backstory stronger. Oh, okay, I see. Little tweaks that can make a big difference in how fun and readable the story is. So my role is to give a bird's eye view of the whole story to analyze where we can make these improvements.
I see.
Okay. I'm starting to get the idea.
By the way,
So Sanada-san, have you noticed anything suspicious around the office lately? Suspicious? Actually, yes.
huh?
Oh, really? Can you tell me about it? What's going on? Why is he hesitating? I should press him a bit.
Excuse me.
Could you tell me what you saw that was suspicious? I'm not eager to share. It's not exactly something I want another person to know.
Please.
A detective is bound to confidentiality, so I won't share anything you tell me with anyone. Okay, fair enough. I'll tell you. I'm going to be totally straight with you, Yagami-san. I suspect one of the 10 writers is a spy.
Huh?
Wasn't that obvious? I believe someone on the inside is selling our ideas to someone on the outside. I can't say I wasn't thinking about the possibility, but...
Excuse me.
Sanada-san, is there a reason or any evidence that leads you to believe that? I have no evidence, but I do have a concrete basis for my beliefs. The truth is, a few members of Kazuto Jumonji are thinking about going independent. Okay.
Does that mean...
You mean start over as a single authors? Again? Yes, they must have finally regained their confidence. Because of all the hits we've had as Kazuto Jumonji. Now they think they can think they can go out on their own and write books that will actually sell.
But...
So why don't they just do it instead of selling ideas to an outsider? Well, we're in a situation where... What should I explain first? The members of Kazuto Jumonji have signed a contract that prohibits them from going independent or for at least 5 years.
What?
I see. A 5-year contract. That's pretty long. Well, the whole intent of the contract was that each of us would focus all our energy on Kazuto Jumonji. In exchange for accepting the severe restrictions, we'd all receive regular royalties. You don't have that type of thing as a single author. When you're at risk of enduring long, moneyless periods in the publishing schedule as well as your own slumps. I mean, I guess it's nice though, right? Like all of them, you get royalties still. After, yeah, forever, I guess, right? And even though there were 10 of you, that's still money. I see, so that's another benefit of working in a group with other authors. Yes, a huge benefit, one which would disappear after you're independent from Kazuto Jumonji. Remember, we envision all the works by Kazuto Jumonji to remain the property of Kazuto Jumonji, the corporate entity.
I see.
So that makes it hard to strike out on your own. Yes, but if Kazuto Jumonji were to break up completely, that would be a different story. The contract stipulates that if such a thing were to happen, each author would continue to receive an equal share of their royalties. So here's what I now believe. One of the authors wanting to be independent is selling info to someone on the outside just to make us suspicious of each other. This author is trying to bring about the breakup of Kazuto Jumonji. And this is why you think the suspect has to be someone on the inside. I do. I'm not totally convinced, but the motive makes sense, at least.
Excuse me.
So who are the members who want to become independent? I'm sorry. Even after all I've just told you, I can't bring myself to sell out my coworkers. Okay. I like the work we do as Kazuto Jumonji, and I don't think I could make it on my own. And a breakup is something desperately I want to prevent. So I hope you can use your investigation to shine a light on the truth. I get it. You can leave the rest to me. So who wants to go independent? The issues are pretty complex for this little group of authors known as Kazuto Jumonji. Who's this? Oh, it's Okazaki. Are you done talking to Sanada-kun?
Yep.
Yes. We finished up just now. You know, Yagami-san, there was one thing I neglected to tell you. It might turn out to be nothing, but tell me. Something trivial could turn out to be a clue in the investigation. Well, it's about an odor. An odor? Yeah, the authors have been complaining about a strange smell lately. It wafts in from nowhere and disappears before you can track it.
What does that mean?
What sort of smell is it? I would say oily. It smells like oil. Almost like if you left someone or some meat for a while. That kind of oily, rancid smell. But it never comes during meals, and there's never trash or anything on the floor, so we just don't know where it could be coming from. Yeah, pretty puzzling. Sorry, this probably has nothing to do with your investigation. No. All hints are valuable. I'll start paying attention to any smells in the air. Hope there are more good ones than bad. Okay, I guess I need to go back now. Is this a room though? No, this is a shogi mahjong place. Okay, please feel free to look around the office. But yeah, we need to check first the areas. Then I guess we'll call Rampo. Ashtray. Yeah, but I guess nothing, right? Can I not examine it? I thought I could examine this stuff. Or maybe I need to call Rampo now.
Alright, I believe in you, buddy.
Okay, Rampo. What do we have?
Good dog. Very good dog.
What? Are the cigarette butts bothering you?
Excuse me.
Okazaki-san, you allow smoking in this office? That's rare these days. Yeah, some of the authors say they can't come up with ideas unless they smoke. I'm aware most offices ban smoking, but this is ours, so we're pretty lax about it. Of course, the non-smokers aren't crazy about it.
I see.
I get it. Is that also why you have the window open in December? Yes, the ventilation system never lets out never lets enough fresh air inside. So Mikuro-chan, the young lady, opens the window at the start of every meeting. And then the authors smoke while we all talk.
Does that mean?
But wouldn't your voice leak outside? Isn't there a risk of someone overhearing it? I doubt it. I mean, we're on the 3rd floor. Besides, we're not that loud, and the next building over is some distance away. He really doesn't worry about that. Okay, I think I'll look around the windows.
I believe in you, buddy. Attaboy.
What is it, boy? Something nearby. There's a lot of smoke. Look at that. Let me see what's going on. Okay, what do we see? What do we look here?
Suspicious.
What are these stains? You were trying to show me these stains? I wonder what they are. Doesn't look like bird poo. More stains above the window too. Weird.
Hey.
Looks like animal fur. Animal fur? Why is this here? Okay, what were you thinking? You're not supposed to take data home. But we're closing in on the deadline. Come on, just this once. No way. I've told you so many times. You know our ideas are being leaked, don't you? Of course I know. You're not showing any data to anyone, are you? What do you mean? You were saying the other day how you can make it on your own now. What? I don't want to believe it, but... Come on, you two. You stop arguing. Okay, Yagami-san. It looks like your fears have come true, Sanada-san. The authors have all gotten suspicious of each other. I haven't been able to trust them myself. Maybe the perpetrator really is among us. In any case, there's no more time to waste. I'll have to speed up the investigation. Okay. Animal fur and smelly stains. Okay, we need Rampo to find it. Okay, let's go outside. Open the door.
Good dog. Very good dog.
You want me to go to the rooftop? Is something up there? Wonder what could it be? Only one way to find out.
You got something? This way, huh?
But why is there animal fur there?
This way, huh?
Maybe there's a cat there?
Doing great. This way, huh? Attaboy. Ah.
Cat food can. This must be what caused the stains in the office. And those stains could be emitting the smell. Oh, it's both of them. Sanada and Okazaki, do you suspect your own teammates as well? I think there's a possibility, or rather, it's only the possibility left after the process of elimination. What are you saying? We shouldn't keep turning a blind eye, Okazaki-san. We should confront the facts and expose the perpetrator before Kazuto Jumonji implodes from within. Sanada-kun, are you saying... Sanada, I think you can hold off on your big confrontation until you hear the results of my investigation. Did you find something? Yeah, I think I figured out the suspect's unique strategy. Really? The two stains in the office, the animal fur and the can of cat food. The window that always opens during their idea meetings, and then there's the reason detectives couldn't find any wiretaps or hacks. If I combine all of this, I've got enough evidence to expose the truth. Okay. Firstly, the method by which the suspect was stealing information was... a listening device? No, a spies, I guess. There's spy on the inside. I assume you have some evidence if you're accusing one of us. It's a process of elimination. If there was no hacking or bugging, that leaves us with a spy. But do you have any evidence? If we're going to point fingers, you have to show us something. No, I don't really have any evidence. My apologies. Let me think this over. Firstly, the method by which the suspect was stealing... listening device, I guess. Understand your brainstorm sessions take place at the same time every evening. So, if someone were using a listening device, precisely at the time, he could steal your ideas for his next novel. There weren't any bugs. Oh, maybe he could be using, what do you call that? The thing that we're using, right? The microphone? When it was needed. It showed up? A listening device. Yes. The suspect thought about an ingenious way to bring it in here. You see, the key to solving this mystery was the marks left at the office. Marks. Those marks tell us how the suspect was calling his bug. The can of cat food. There were strange stains outside the office window, and they smelled like greasy meat. Outside the window, I wouldn't know what those were. Luckily, I found the source of the smell in the corner of the rooftop. Cat food. Yes, in all likelihood, the suspect dropped cat food from the can onto the protrusion right outside the window. It was a process which stained the outside wall. So what you're saying, this can of cat food is what caused the bug? Yup, that's exactly what I'm saying. I also found evidence which reveals the suspect's identity. It's a cat, an animal fur. Is that fur? A tuft of animal fur. It was found near the stains on the wall. This fur is most likely from a cat. A cat? Are you saying a cat was spying on us? Yes, or more precisely, a cat wearing a wire. Are you serious? And that's how they were listening in our idea meetings? Yes, I know it's hard to believe. So... Sorry. Come meeting time, our suspect would carry the cat up to the roof and drop the cat food right outside the window. Then he would release the cat and direct it towards the food. Wait, hold on. Do you really think a creature as apathetic as a cat could be baited like that? Maybe the owner kept the cat hungry beforehand so it would leap at the sight of the food. Ah. Yes, that might do the trick. Cats are snooty, but not so snooty that they can ignore real hunger. Your meeting space near the window, which is close to where the bait was placed. Moreover, you've been keeping the window open to let the cigarette smoke out. With the bug cat sitting right outside, your conversations were leaking like a broken faucet. I can hardly picture this. There's still something I'm not convinced about. Yagami-san, our meetings can get pretty long. Even if the cat were well trained, wouldn't it just get up and walk away after it's eaten its food? Yes, I wondered about that too. My best guess would be sleep medication. Sleep medication?
Yep.
The owner might have spiked the food with sleep aids. I've heard you can ask a vet for a prescription. Do you really think the perpetrator would go that far? I mean, yes, sure. You think he could have just hang a listening device from a string or something, but think about it. A device on a string will eventually be seen. But if someone just is sleeping, or just sees a sleeping cat, who would care? You have a point. Nobody would even think to shoo a sleeping little kitty. It's a weird trick, but it's simply a new and highly effective way of hiding in plain sight. Now, having said that, if a detective were to come and investigate and the suspect would still want to keep the bug from being found. And if the cat were just outside the window, it would set off the detective's bug detector. And yet the bug detector was never set off by anything, let alone a cat. We even have a detective come in immediately after an idea meeting, so how could it never been found? Okay, our suspect probably had a way to chase the cat away if needed. And I believe he did that even today in the time that I've been there. The measure taken by the suspect is the firecrackers, yes. While I was interviewing everyone, I heard firecrackers go off. I understand they went off and surprised the other detectives who came here before me. That's true, now that you mention it. Whenever a detective showed up, the suspect set off firecrackers to wake up the sleeping cat. If the cat can be put in a shallow sleep by adjusting the medical dosage, it would certainly awaken and hide from the noise. That's true. I used to take sleeping pills myself, but I was startled awake by an earthquake alert.
In other words,
Now then, all this leads me to the following conclusion. The suspect was someone on the outside. Because anybody in the inside would be able to obtain information without need of a bug. Sure, that makes sense. Are we in agreement, Sanada-kun? We are. The suspect had to be near this building as he spied on you. He had to be able to chase the cat away with a firecracker. Okazaki-san, your idea meeting is scheduled to start now, isn't it? The suspect might be nearby, checking in on what we're doing. Preparing to listen in on the idea meeting. Okay, a man was right there. He has a cat with him. Oh shit. Kind of a scaredy cat, ain't ya? Okay, we're gonna chase him now. Okay.
You won't get away.
Dude, this is a very long side case. I didn't expect it to be this long. It's longer than the cutscene we had earlier.
Hold up.
A little bit more. Okay, I got him. Stop.
Give it up already.
Hey.
So you're the one who's been spying on the office of Kazuto Jumonji. I don't know what you're talking about. Here's the cat food. This can of cat food, it had your fingerprints on it. You didn't think to wipe them off? What? I can hand this over to police, you know? Damn it. Of course, I don't actually have any fingerprints. But this isn't the courtroom, so I'd say I'm allowed to bluff a little. It's time to give up and admit your crime. Forget it. Give me back that cat food can. Okay, we're gonna fight him now. You wanna fight? Here we go. Dude. What is that? What did you throw cat food in my face?
Let's go. Here we go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey.
So who are you? Were you stealing the writer's idea? Is your name Suguruku Futaba? Yagami-san, did you catch the... Ah, it's you. You know this person? Yes, this is Wataru Tenjinbashi, our editor in charge. The perp was your editor? Well, the former editor to be exact. What do you mean? He was our editor until about a year ago, but we asked for him to be reassigned after he caused some trouble.
What does that mean?
What kind of trouble? He advertised a new book on social media without our consent before we'd even decided to publish it. We were still working on the plot points and none of which had been made public. So your own editor leaked classified information. And then the readers were expecting this great novel when we didn't even know how or if we're gonna complete it. This guy even discloses a surprise twist in the story in an effort to save his marketing campaign. And in the end, we had to scrap that novel and start another one from scratch.
Huh.
So that's what happened. So it's your fault. All this is your fault. Excuse me? What? After all of that what happened, you decided to release your Sleeping Detective series with another publisher. The editor-in-chief hated me for losing a featured author, so he stopped giving me work until I had no choice but to resign.
No way.
So you took out your frustration by stealing their ideas and selling them to an unknown writer. A writer in a slump will pay anything for good ideas, and I'm sure this man took full advantage. So what are you gonna do to me? Well, we'll leave it up to the court to decide what you'll be charged with. No! Are we done? Thank you so much, Yagami-san. I'm just glad we were able to catch the perp. Sanada-kun, are we good now? Okazaki-san, you should know that I recognize your talent, but I cannot condone distrusting your teammate. Was he gonna get fired? I know that some of the others are looking to go independent. I also know that worries you. I'm sorry. Ever since the plagiarism mess, the teamwork in Kazuto Jumonji has been in shambles. So we have to start making improvements. And that starts trusting our members and working as one. Can I count on you for that, Sanada-kun? Of course. Dude, I wish that the Kazuto Jumonji was someone we know from the first game, right? I think I'm looking forward to Kazuto Jumonji's next book. That's why I was kind of excited doing this, but it turned out to be... not that good. Seriously. It's okay. It's very long though. A lot of dialogues, I mean. And the ending? Meh. It's kind of meh for me. It was just another guy, an editor. I thought it was gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be... What do you call this? Someone from last time, right? Because we did some author, editor stuff back, or side cases back in the first game. Okay, let's just go back here.
Kaito-san, I'm back. Kaito-san?
Hey, Did you see that email from Tsukumo?
Huh?
It wasn't that long ago. It's something you gotta see, though.
What is it? Something happened?
It's the murder footage.
Oh.
Miko Shiba's murder ended up on the internet. It's going viral on all the social media sites.
You gotta forgive me. I'll do anything you want. I didn't know he'd do it. I swear. Toshiro-kun was okay. I didn't know he'd kill himself. I really didn't know. I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it.
Oh my god.
Stop it.
What the hell?
Stop it. Stop it.
Jesus Christ. It's him. How is it possible though?
Ehara has an alibi for this, doesn't he? They already found him guilty, and that's the whole reason he couldn't have killed Miko Shiba, right? But if that's the case, what the hell is this? One way or another, either this thing is staged, or his entire alibi was a massive cover-up. They can't both be true. But there's something I just can't shake. If you want my opinion on it, this looks real.
I need to have another chat with Ehara. Damn it. I'm not gonna let him get away with this.
How did he do it though, right? Or what is the truth behind this? Is that a fake? Is that a doctored footage, right? But yeah, does Ehara know this though? Because he wanted the other case, right? He was guilty of groping. He wanted that one, right? Well, why are they releasing a video now then with his face on it? And how did he do it? He was in the train at the time of the murder. Okay, this is gonna be hard, but we're gonna have to see. But yeah, there were a lot of people involved in this for sure. I guess the guys in the blue mask. Who else? The lady, right? That was talking to Sawa Sensei. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of people involved here, and we have to see how it all fits, I guess, right? But damn. Jesus. Okay, we're gonna start chapter 5 in the next episode. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.